Put garlic in the microwave, heat for about 20 seconds, then remove the cloves, hold them in your hands, and gently rub. The heat makes the skins loosen easily. It's a quick and simple way to peel garlic without mess or hassle. Pour hot water over the fish and wait a few seconds. The heat softens the skin, reduces its elasticity, and starts to loosen it. Now gently pull the skin and see how easily it comes off. A simple trick that makes your kitchen work easier. Most people peel tangerines the wrong way. Let me show you how to do it quickly. This method is great and not widely known. Just cut the tangerine in half. Push the peel outward and then easily pull apart the segments. Try it yourself and see how simple it is. I tape a spoon to my finger and cut without worry. All you need is a piece of tape and a small spoon. Firmly taped, it acts as a guard, protecting your fingers from cuts. A perfect solution for anyone who struggles with precise cutting. Try it and see how easy it is. Lychee is an exotic fruit with a delicate, sweet taste and a slight floral note. Though it may look unassuming, it hides juicy, aromatic flesh inside. How do you peel it properly? First, choose ripe lychees. Look for ones with pink or red skin that feels firm yet slightly springy. Avoid overly soft ones or those with dark spots, as they may be overripe. Now, it's time to peel. There are a few easy ways to do this. The simplest method is gently pressing the fruit between your fingers. The skin should crack, making it easy to remove. You can also slightly cut it with a fingernail or a small knife and peel it off like an eggshell. Be careful not to damage the juicy flesh inside. How do you eat lychee? Beneath the skin is a white, translucent pulp. That's the edible part. Inside, there's a large, dark brown seed that should not be eaten. It's hard and bitter. You can either pop the fruit into your mouth and separate the flesh from the seed with your teeth, or cut the lychee in half and remove it by hand. Lychee tastes best fresh, but also works great in fruit salads, desserts, and cocktails. If you have a larger quantity, store them in the fridge. They'll stay fresh for several days. Now you know how easy it is to peel and enjoy lychee. Enjoy! Culinary tricks taught in cooking courses. These clever peeling hacks save me a lot of time and stress. Take an orange and cut off both ends. Then, make a single cut in the peel and lay the fruit flat. This creates orange wedges that are easy to remove from the peel without having to peel the whole fruit. Mushrooms appear in many recipes. Before frying or cooking them, they often need to be sliced. To do this quickly like a chef, remove the stems first. Then stack the caps on top of each other. A long skewer will also be useful. Insert it through the mushrooms and slice them with a knife. This trick makes cutting a whole pack of mushrooms 3 times faster. Celery is a healthy and delicious ingredient. Few people know there's a quick way to get rid of its stringy parts. To do this, grab the celery by both ends and bend it. The tougher end will naturally break at the right spot. Then, lift it upwards and pull it towards the other end of the vegetable. Like magic, the stringy parts will come right off. Many people avoid buying pomelo due to the difficulty of peeling it. The thick membranes inside can be annoying and hard to separate. There's a clever trick for this. Simply slice the fruit, including the skin, into slices about 3 centimeters thick. Then, cut the slices in half. Using your hands, separate the juicy parts of the fruit. They come off easily without sticking to the white membrane. Let us know which city you're watching from. Every avocado lover should know this trick. If you've ever cut yourself while peeling or removing the pit, this method will save you a lot of hassle. Cut the avocado in half, then put the knife down. The pit can be removed in a less invasive way. Just press on the other side of the avocado, right where the pit is, and push it out from the green flesh without damaging it. You can remove the skin in 2 ways. The first requires a knife. Lay the avocado half flat and cut it in half again. Then, grab the end of the skin and peel it off the green part. It should come off easily. The second method works better for very ripe avocados. Hold one half in one hand, and with the other, use a large spoon to scoop the flesh out of the skin. Peeling kiwi isn't the easiest task, but there's a simple trick for it. Just cut off both ends of the kiwi. Then, using a metal spoon, slip it between the skin and the fruit. Rotate the spoon all around until the fruit pops out of the skin. Done. Mango can be a nightmare for chefs, all because of its hard-to-remove pit. Start by making vertical cuts down the mango, making sure the knife reaches the pit. Then, pull off the quarters. To remove the skin, you'll need a glass. Press the edge of a mango quarter against the rim of the glass, as close to the skin as possible. With a steady motion, press down, and the glass will separate the skin from the flesh in seconds. I don't peel garlic anymore. It's a waste of time and energy. All you need is a simple jar. Lightly crush the garlic head, toss it into the jar, and shake it vigorously so the garlic cloves hit the sides. After a few seconds, open the jar, and voila, the cloves have peeled themselves. I also don't use a knife to shred white cabbage. It's time-consuming, and the pieces are always too thick. Instead, I grab a piece of cabbage and use a regular vegetable peeler. Quick strokes along the edge will shave the cabbage into perfectly thin pieces. It's much faster than using a knife. Did you know about this trick? This trick is as old as the first stockings. You just need to take an onion and put it into the stocking. Tie a knot and add the next onions one by one. Separate each with a knot. Now hang them up in your kitchen and cut off only the onion you want to use. Onions tend to rot and contaminate other vegetables. Storing them this way prevents that problem. Use tape to keep tomatoes fresh for longer. Tape protects them from spoiling. The spot where the tomato was separated from the stem is more vulnerable to bacteria and moisture, which can speed up the rotting process. By covering this spot with tape, you create a barrier that keeps harmful elements out and extends the freshness of the tomato. Place a piece of celery in the bag with your toast bread, and you'll notice and taste the difference. Toast bread spoils quickly after opening, but if you add a bit of celery, you'll save the whole loaf. Celery releases moisture that prevents the bread from drying out and protects it from mold. Potatoes and apples are a great combination. You just need to place 2 large apples in the basket with your potatoes and cover them with a kitchen towel. The gas released by the apples prevents the potatoes from sprouting. With this method, your potatoes will stay fresh and good for longer. I add 1 teaspoon to the boiling broad beans. Thanks to this detail, it does not cause bloating. There is a way that will allow you to enjoy the delicious taste of broad beans without being subjected to troublesome and embarrassing bloating. Prepare broad beans for cooking as before. That is, rinse them in cold water. Put it in boiling water like this. Boil the broad beans for no longer than 30 minutes. It is then ready for consumption. Its skin will become wrinkled. Now pay attention. After 3 minutes of boiling, throw a tablespoon of salt into it. Then add a tablespoon of sugar. The next ingredient is dill. The secret ingredient to add last is cumin. Add a tablespoon of it. It is the cumin and dill that is the whole secret of not bloating broad beans. It is the addition of cumin to the pot of boiling broad beans that eases digestive disorders, stimulates the secretion of enzymes by the pancreas, and makes broad beans easily digestible and gentle on the stomach. On the other hand, if you add a handful of fresh dill, the broad beans will have a pleasant aroma, and unpleasant discomfort should not occur. Broad beans are very healthy, so it is not worth giving up eating them. The season for broad beans is short, from June to August. It is worth enjoying its taste.